All right, guys, we've got another Dangler video for you here. This is the Reylant medical Dangler. I don't know if this is totally released or not. This came from 100 Concepts, and they were hyping it up. I think they're trying to push this guy over the edge to actually make these things, or they're made and they just need some traffic. All right, so it is a medical Dangler. That's also a tearaway. So I don't know that I've seen a true tearaway Dangler outside of something like the Roll 1 where it's in the sleeve and then you can retrieve your IFAK that way. Right? What I like about this option is it doesn't care what is what you're carrying for medical supplies. It's gonna tear away just the same. You could overload something like a Roll 1 to the point where you can't get that roll back out of that pouch very easily. Especially trying to draw from the side on your lower back where your shoulders kind of most stressed, I guess. This one, front or back, should tear away about the same and relatively easy. All right, so it's got its dangler portion here, which stays fixed to the vest, loop on the outside, hook on the inside, and then it has this quick release kind of retention to it that holds that in place, and you can tighten that up once you have it loaded and make sure that it's snug. And then you can see on the side we've got these two tearaway handles here, which allows us to rip that off the backer. There's also elastic here to retain a tourniquet. It's a little snug, nothing crazy, and it's nice and wide, so you should be able to get your tourniquet out of there without too much issue. But then looking at the actual guts to this thing, right? So loop or hook backer to stick it to the platform. It has a pocket on the face, which is unlined on both sides. So no attempt at saying you're going to organize anything in there. It's mainly for your flat items. That could be like your chest seals, your patient care card, some maybe needles, maybe MPA, maybe markers, whatever. And then the internals are well done. I like them a lot, right? So you've got kind of this tweed sleeve here for more of your flat pack items. If you had some gauze that laid really flat, or again, chest seals, those would fit well in there. And then you've got elastic loops, top and bottom here. And these are doubled up as well. So you've got, your full width here. And then each of those has a half width loop on top. So you could stick your ace bandage in here and then have your NPA or your needle on top of that. And that's the same on both sides there, as well as on the top portion here. But you do have this little pass through in the middle that is tight all the way across there. So that would be good for NPA or Sharpie or needle running in the middle of there. Right? It does have enough body to it that I think you could get your rolled ace bandage in there, or some of your fatter like quick clot and whatnot in there without too much issue. I don't know that you're going to be able to be really happy if you tried to do that on both sides. Like, you still want to limit this to one respectable IFAK worth of stuff. You don't want to double up too much in here. But there is enough width that you could have like bulky on one side and then bulky on the back face on the other, and be pretty all right. So I like this thing a lot. I'm not a huge medical in a Dangler guy, but if that's something that you enjoy, definitely check this thing out. I think it makes a lot of sense. And I think it's neat that it tears away, right? So it's still up front and very accessible to you, and you can work out of it if you want to, hang on your plate carrier. But if you get hit or something and you end up face down, and somebody's trying to render aid, they can roll you over, they can rip this off, and they can work on you however they need to, and have all of your stuff handy. And then unlike some of the other options out there where you're very much committed then to having this tearaway portion out, it's very easy to affix back to the platform to keep the rest of your supplies with you. Even if you don't fully secure this, just slap that Velcro on there. Or, if you're on your stomach or something like that and there's Velcro on your back, then you just slap this on there to keep it tied to you. So I think this is a really cool IFAK setup if you're a fan of IFAKs and the Dangler. Thanks.